What's up guys and welcome back to my channel. My name is Wesley and today we're talking all things 90s. Now if you know me, you know that the 90s are a time that I talk about all the time. Granted, I was only there for 4 years because I was born in 96, but I have such a huge influence from that time period. If it's the music or the fashion or the style, whatever the case may be, such an influential time period that is talked about all the time. But since we're getting into now 2020, we're in a totally different time period. That's literally the 90s were 20 years ago. I thought maybe I could bring back some of the TV shows and movies that I used to watch as a kid, or even some things that I watch now as an adult that you could watch too while you're in quarantine. I'm gonna give you guys 5 movies and 5 TV shows from the 90s that you should still be watching today. Oh, welcome to my channel. Number 1 is Good Burger. Now, Good Burger is probably my favorite movie of all time. It's such a kid classic. I mean, like, it is such a classic. I could watch it over and over again, and I really don't know why, because it's so corny and so cheesy, but Keenan and Kel, they literally just like make anything. I mean, from All That to the Keenan and Kel show, they make everything so funny. And so this movie just brings me back to when I was like a kid. Just like, I literally could watch this movie like 100 times and still keep watching it because it's so good. Number 2 is actually with one of my favorite actors of all time, and that's Will Smith, and it's Men in Black. Men in Black takes place in the 90s, and you also know it from Men in Black 2 and 3, which are both filmed in 2000s era. But Men in Black 1 is probably my favorite space movie. I'm not a huge Star Wars person, and a lot of people get on me because I don't watch Star Wars or have never seen it. But Men in Black is so good because you have like the action, you got Will Smith's comedy. I mean, you just have like just the 90s vibe of just being in New York City and just fighting off aliens, something that I'll never do in my whole life. But it's cool that I could live vicariously through him and then get to see, like, you know, him rule the world at the end of it, as he always does in all his movies. Now, if you have never seen this next movie, I am not going to give you a pass, because Rush Hour is a movie that everyone should have seen. Period. Now, Rush Hour is with Jackie Chan and Chris Tucker, and it's one of those classic movies that you can watch over and over and over and over again because of how funny Chris Tucker is. The chemistry between Jackie Chan and Chris Tucker in these movies is undeniably one of the greatest fighting duos. Like, they are so good together, it's not even funny. And Chris Tucker is just a hilarious man. I mean, have you not seen Friday? Like, the guy is hilarious. So if you have not seen Rush Hour or any of the other Rush Hour franchises movies, check it out. It's truly a great franchise to watch, truly a great time, and you will stay laughing the whole time. Now, this next movie is something that I usually only watch during Halloween time, and it's probably my favorite Halloween movie, but it's Edward Scissorhands. I never knew about it until maybe I was like in high school, a freshman in high school, and I ended up watching it and fell in love with it, and I literally watch it every year now. So Edward Scissorhands consists of, what is that guy's name? Oh gosh, what's his name? I forgot his name. Johnny, what is his name? I forgot his name. Okay, I gotta look it up. What is his? Help me, Lord. I don't even know the man's name. I'm trying to talk about the show. Johnny Depp. Okay. I forgot the man's name. So this movie stars Johnny Depp, who is an incredible actor. I mean, there's so many things you could say about Johnny Depp, but he is such an incredible actor. And it's basically a story about an outsider coming into a town of perfect people, and this family taking him in and really forming a friendship and a bond with him. Unfortunately, the town is cuckoo and crazy, and it's filled with people who think that they're perfect and they really aren't. And he's kicked out of the town, but the family still stays in touch with him. And you have to watch it. I pretty much gave the whole storyline out, but it's a great movie. Go check it out. You'll love it. Okay, this last movie is a romantic comedy that I actually fell onto. I think I was in middle school. This movie called Never Been Kissed with Drew Barrymore. Drew Barrymore plays a reporter who turns into a student in order to see what students, I guess, are going through, ends up falling in love with her teacher, and then he finds out she's a reporter and is doing all this thing, and they fall in love, and she's never been kissed, or whatever the case may be. Really good movie. If you love romantic comedies, like I think everyone does, you'll love this movie. Now to TV shows. First show on my list is a cult classic, but it's The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. This show is so funny. It's crazy how funny this show is. Will Smith does an incredible job of just getting into his characters. This was his first major role. I remember watching a video of him saying how he literally walked in, he was at a party, and he was like, somebody gave him a script and they were just like, are you gonna be the Fresh Prince? And he was like, I don't know. He ended up reading for the part that day at a party in front of all these drunk people, ended up getting the part, and his acting career started. It's incredible how his career has just taken such a huge pivot into something that's incredibly great. I mean, we knew him early 90s, late 80s, who was this rapper, but now we knew him as the Fresh Prince, and he's now, you know, this great actor that makes so many incredible movies. Now this next show is something that I haven't seen in a while, but I'm actually gonna pick back up on it because I think it's on Disney Plus, and it's Boy Meets World. Now this show only is great because Topanga's on there, and Topanga was my childhood crush. Like Topanga, she had hair, she had, Topanga. But Boy Meets World is one of those shows that can carry you into the rest of, like, honestly, your life. He started off in middle school, I believe, or elementary school, and ended up getting married, and I don't think he had a kid, but he got married and all this stuff. But it's such a cool show that you can like watch the growth of an actor from a child to an adult and really enjoy it the whole time. Now, if you want a show that's gonna make you reminisce and laugh about the good old days, All That is the show for you. Now, All That, we all know that this show has made so many incredible actors and actresses, like Amanda Bynes, Keenan and Kel, so many different actors who have come out of the show. I think even Jamie Lynn Spears was on this show for a little bit, and then she, you know, got Zoe 101, and it was like, dang, that was the show. That was like our soap opera when we were kids, like, with Zoe, you know, is she gonna get with da-da-da, and you know what I'm saying? But this show, All That, is such a good show to watch. It's a show that reminds me of like, wow, the 90s actually were a good time, even though I was only there for 4 years. It was such a good time, and they had so much fun. Nickelodeon was the place to be. If you were a Nickelodeon fan, put a comment in the section below, like, let them know, because everybody here in Florida is like, I'm a Disney fan. And I'm like, Nickelodeon till I die. Yeah. But anyway, check out All That. Such a fun show. Makes you reminisce when you were a kid, and you'll have fun watching it. All right, this next one is a cartoon that I still consistently watch probably every night, and it's Hey Arnold. That football-headed boy, he literally was just like so smooth, so cool. His head was big. Helga wanted him. Everybody wanted to be him. Everybody wanted to be his friend. He was just an OG. He had a black best friend. I mean, like the wiggly, like they did all that. Like it was so cool. Like the show, his room was dope. I mean, like, I don't understand how he could get sleep because just a roof with windows. So it's like you wake up in the sun, you know what I'm saying? But the show is so good. They went on all these adventures. They went on all these things. He ended up finding his parents on this. They did a movie like a few years ago. He ended up finding it. Like, I stay up to date with Hey Arnold because that is my show. Like, it's so good. So check out Hey Arnold. Last but not least, if you love the Wayans brothers, meaning Scary Movie 1 and Scary Movie 2, you're going to absolutely love this show. Now, this show actually is how Jim Carrey got his start into comedy, and it's in living color. This show brought out so many black comedians. It even brought out Jennifer Lopez, who was a dancer on the show, who ended up getting her start from there and then became an actor and a singer, the person that she is today. So this show has really paved the way for a lot of comedians, a lot of actors, a lot of singers, a lot of dancers, and a lot of people that we know today of people that we see on the screen. So if you want a show that's gonna make you laugh, that's a little better, not a little, that's actually better than SNL, most definitely give In Living Color a try. And the Wayans brothers never disappoint in anything that they do. Well, you know, backing on up till today, you know, I don't really watch their movies, but these 90s flicks that they put out really are something that I keep in my hard drive in my head, and I go back to whenever I want to see something funny. So check it out. All right, guys, so that was 5 movies and 5 TV shows that I'm watching or that I remember from the 90s that still resonate to me in my life today. Now, if there's any movies or any TV shows that I forgot that I should be watching, leave a comment down below to let me know and let everyone else know. As always, guys, thank you for tuning into my channel, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Peace.